Okay guys, you've seen some pictures of the die being made. Now here it is in our Parker Lakeland bender. And the trouble is with these big dies like this is you can't always buy them in the radius you need. And when you can, if you buy them from the company they're many thousands of dollars for a die set. And this is for 2-inch tube. It's 3.5 inches thick, and you know, here's another one I had to make because I couldn't get one in that tighter radius from the factory, and that's for some seat frames that I make. But that's what a factory bender die looks like. And again, that's a 1-inch, 3.5 inch radius, and that's another one of my seat dies that I use. But you know, even if you had to buy a die like that from the factory, it's you know, it's a couple $1,000s. So we took the time and made the die, and I made the other pieces too. They're over on the bench. We're going to try and get those welded together. And when you jump into the bigger dies, you need different parts of the machine over here, but we're just going to make little adapters to fit in there. And what this is all leading up to is an exhaust system that I'm making, and I'm going to use a little bit thicker material than normal. There just doesn't seem to be anything out there for exhaust systems that I'm happy with. The stuff you can buy, the steel stuff you can buy, is just terrible. And I do make stainless steel systems, and like when I did that tow truck project of mine, I haven't shown you guys that yet, but I will when the weather gets nice. I built a stainless steel muffler and put a whole stainless steel system on there. You know, but the muffler takes forever, and I can't really make them for guys cost effectively. And so, you know, I'm making a whole different system here, and it's taken forever to get going because I had to make the dies, and I'm still waiting on the tube to come in. But I'm going to show you how we do it step by step, and I think it's going to be a good system when I'm done. But let me show you some other options too. Kind of a mess over here, but I think I can show you. This is for that Toyota project I'm working on after the CJ3A. And there's the exhaust flange, and then you get a whole bunch of bends like this here and some straight pipe, and you get some real nice formed collectors. So you know, I do a cut and weld header type system there. That's just a header builder's kit that you can buy from, you know, some of the stainless steel exhaust companies. But it's a lot of work and stuff. And on the Jeeps, obviously, we're not going to put a header on there, but you can use the same cut and weld principle for stainless steel. There's a few guys out there bending kits up. They're making it out of 409 stainless. I like to use a 304 stainless. To be honest with you, I don't really care for the 409, and they're not bending it in the kits that are out there. They're not bending them in mandrel benders, so you're not getting real nice bends. Like this comes from the company Stainless Works, and they do all mandrel bends, so you don't lose any. You know, it's not crunching in the bend there. So you know, there's not a whole lot of good options for the CJ2As through, you know, CJ5s with the 4-cylinder engine, and it's really getting irritating. So we're gonna make a kit here, and like I say, it's taken quite a bit of time because we had to start from, you know, scrounging up material, make the die, make the other pieces of the die, and I'm actually still working on the dies today. So I'm gearing up for it, but it's coming, and I'll show you it along the way. Here's the rest of another stainless kit. This is a 2.5 inch kit I'm putting on something, but kind of nice that mandrel bend is. Again, Stainless Works, they do a very nice job. So you get a bunch of bends, get a bunch of straight pipe, and you can really make nice setup. But it comes at a cost. It's terribly expensive, you know, but it lasts forever. So you got to decide if that's right for you or not. You know, you could spend, you know, $1,500 on an exhaust system, plus the cost of somebody putting it in if you can't cut it and weld it and fit it yourself. So you got to work the math out in on your own project. But I'm trying to make a cost-effective setup here, and like I say, we're working on the dies. And that pipe was supposed to, the tube was supposed to come in last week, but it's been a snowy week, so it got delayed. Hopefully today it'll show up. But let's go over to the bench and see what we can do. Okay, now we got these pieces milled yesterday on the milling machine, and they won't fit in our standard block on the bender. So I made these other two little pieces, and this part here is pretty rough. I just did it with a roughing mill, and that catches the bolts that pinch it in there. So we're not concerned about the finish on that. And then you can see I beveled it, and we're going to weld it to this. So we've got that block, and we've got the smaller block, and that makes up a whole bending setup with that other die. So I think you can see in there we've got a nice area to get some weld in, and we're going to get these welded up next. Okay, there's our TIG root pass in there, and it came out pretty good. We got everything nice and square the way we want it. And I got a big groove there. I got a nice root that I'm happy with, so we're just going to fill up the rest of that with some 7018, and that'll be plenty strong. Everything is welded completely all around there, so we don't have to worry about it moving or anything. I test fit everything in the bender, so now we can go ahead and just run some stick rods, some 7018, to build that up and fill up the groove. Okay, we just gave these a quick grind with the soft wheel there on the grinder, and not looking for 100% fill here. As long as it's below there, it's fine. So they're kind of hot right now, but when they cool down, we'll go get them in the machine, and we'll show you how everything is going to start bending. So I can zoom you in there. So we just put some 7018 to it, and and filled up our grooves. And like I say, that one flipped over. We'll let them cool down a little bit, and then maybe I'll throw some paint on them, and then we'll get them inside there and start bending. So that'll probably be next time, but stay following it, and I'll show you how we get an exhaust out of this bender setup we got. I thought the material would be here already, but still isn't here, and hopefully this afternoon it might show up. If not, as soon as we get the material, I'll show it to you, and we'll make some test bends. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and feel free to comment or hit the like button or subscribe, and if there's anything you'd like to see, like I always say, send me a comment, and I'll try and get it out there for you. Okay, catch you on the next one.